Joining me today on Trainlikeapro is Cory Philpot. He is a 1994 Grey Cup champion, and in 1995 he set a CFL record with 22 touchdowns. He's here today to talk about his career, his coaching, and his upcoming award. Welcome, Cory.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thanks for having me.
Yes, and congratulations on your award that which is going to be it's called the CFLAA 2024 Alumnus of the Year Award. What does this award mean to you?
You know, it's. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, you don't expect these awards and stuff, and it's good to know that someone's out there still following you. They're still recognizing what we're doing and stuff through our careers and stuff like that. So it's very, very exciting to be able to accept an award like this, showing that everything, all my hard work I've done outside of football and everything is being recognized, and that's an honor to be able to have that.
Yes, and congratulations. And with the 2024 Grey Cup this year in Vancouver, how do you view the growth of Canadian professional football since your playing days, or playing years, I should say?
Well, you look back in our time of the days when I played, it's a lot different than it is now. You have when I played back in those days, we used to have a lot of people in the stands. It was crazy. We did a lot out in the community to get the kids involved, and again, that made those kids wanted to come to a BC Lions game because they saw us on the field at their practice. We used to have a kick. It was called kick and throw event that we went around to the community teams and stuff and did, and it just made. And we did basketball at the schools. We'd go play basketball. We'd go play. In the wintertime, we did a little hockey game, broom ball hockey kind of game with the kids and stuff. And so we got out there and we mingle, and it was exciting for the kids. So you had. And then like say, those kids told their parents, "Hey, I want to go see Cory Philpot play," because that's how they saw us in person, and the introduction wise. And now these days, the CFL's gotten a lot busier. 2024s and 23s, it's busier. It's hard to probably get the players out there. So they do their best to try to advertise and promote the teams and try to get them more involved out in the community as well. But things has changed, and I mean now it's the marketing. It's just how the marketing is set up that works for getting people in the stands.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's wonderful. And I just like to ask you, if I may, it's been 30 years since the Lions' 26-23 International Grey Cup win over Baltimore, in which you led the Lions running attack with 109 rushing yards. What did it mean to you, knowing Baltimore was known for their great defense, but couldn't stop you and Sean Millington when it mattered most?
It was that game was something. It was really, really exciting to be able to play. Obviously, all the odds were against us. American team being part of the CFL and coming in and playing against, and at that time the rules didn't change for them. They were able to have all Americans and they didn't have to play with Canadians. So it was one of those things where the excitement for us was that we were not going to let the American guys come in here and take away our Grey Cup. And half of our team had American players, half of our team had Canadian players, but we stood together as a family and said we were not going to let that cup go into the U.S. And we battled and we fought, and as a family and a team, and it was great to be able to make some great big plays. Me and Sean Millington, and then have Louis to kick that winning field goal. That's something that goes down in history. Being able to have to drive down the field and get our field goal kicker Louis Bizagler in a perfect spot. to be able to make that winning. And, when you see all the interviews and you see all the reviews now, 30 years later, it still kind of puts a big smile on everyone's face because it was, 1 second on the clock and boom, it's over, right? So.
Wow, what a wonderful memory and achievement. And I want to know, for viewers who may not know, your email handle has Quick6. What can you tell reviewers about that?
Well, it's a nickname that Ray Alexander gave me, one of our wide receivers, because I was so fast and everything, and I wore number 6, and I scored so many touchdowns. As you can see, in 1995, I set the most touchdowns in a season, 22 touchdowns. So after that, that's where the name came. Let's get the ball to Quick6. Quick6 will get us 6 points. So it stuck with it, and and that's what everyone calls me, and I enjoy it. It's great when you're at games and stuff, and you hear people yelling Quick6. So it's something I've done to achieve that name, and it's awesome.
Mm-hmm. You are the proud father of twin sons, Jalen and Tyson, both CFL wide receivers with Calgary Stampeders and Grey Cup champion Montreal Alouettes, respectively. How hard is it emotionally when those two teams are playing each other?
It's very tough. It's very tough because you're pulling for both teams. You're pulling for your kids to go out and do great things, and when one does something, you go yay. The next one does it, and you're like, yeah, awesome. But in the end, somebody has to win and somebody has to lose, and that's part of the competition. And it's great to have that competition in our house because we're on the phones and we're talking and stuff. The trash talking happens between everybody, and it just keeps us on our toes and keeps everything going like that.
Oh, that's wonderful. And tell us about your coaching. The head coach of the Langley Rams. Tell us, a junior football championship in 2021. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's correct. So, after the kids, I helped coach the kids since they were 3 years old and go out on the football field. I coached community football for years and years, then went on to coach high school football as well with my sons at Seacom High School, where we won a national championship as well there. And then from there, I got into junior football and doing stuff with junior football, where I became a head coach with the Langley Rams in 2021, where we led the Langley Rams to a national championship in over 70 years. It hadn't been won in 70 years for Langley Rams. So, we went undefeated. Great defense, great bunch of coaches. Went on to win that national championship. Was a great feeling from there. And then now I'm a part of British Columbia football, which is called BCPFA. It's all of the football. So we run all the football in British Columbia. So I'm operations for that. And we've now have trying to build a program here where we give kids athletes a chance to go and play in what we call the Canada Cup, the U16 Westerns. They represent the province here of British Columbia against all the other provinces across Canada. And we all go in July and play these big games and everything and try to win gold and bring it home. So it's exciting now being able to do that and get back to the kids and have the kids do a lot of that kind of stuff. I mean, I go down to California and play down in the Snoop Dogg National Championship in California, where we give the Canadian kids an experience as well to be able to showcase themselves down there, and hopefully, some university down in the States or someone will see a Canadian kid and give them an opportunity.
Yes, and I mean, can you tell us a bit, like, how much do you love coaching? I mean, you were, a professional football player, but what is it about coaching that you like the most? I should ask you.
It's the ideal that I can teach and coach kids to be better on the field and off the field. That what excites me, to be able to see a kid, like say when you You look at it, if you get 5% or 10% of kids that buy into the system, believe in something, and they believe in themselves that they can do great things, they can go on to become professional athletes, like as my sons. They bought into the system, they understood what it took to get to the next level. And so that's what really makes me so excited about what I do. What I do off the field now that I'm not playing on the field. It's just like if I was playing on the field, because I'm so excited just to give kids an opportunity to reach their goals and be better and like I say again, not just on football, but just be better athletes off the field when they go into business and jobs, to be able to run, be part of big companies as I am now. I football, even though I give it back to the kids and I do a lot with football. I work for a big company called GFL Environmental, where I moved up in the company, and I'm sitting as a supervisor, and we've done some great things over my 20 years now in the environmental world.
That's wonderful. And Cory, is there anything else you'd like to add that I didn't ask you?
All I would like to say out there is that, I would like to see everyone achieve their goals. Always keep fighting for your goals. Always put, when you set goals for yourself, don't never give up. Never let anyone tell you that you can't do anything, because at the end of the day, you can do anything you want if you put your mind to it, and anything is possible.
Cory, thank you so much for your time today, and I so enjoyed speaking with you, and I would love for you to come back with your twin sons, if that would be okay. So
sounds like a plan. I mean, the boys are excited about doing stuff with me and stuff, and like I say, having two on a Grey Cup, as like I say, we've set right now what I've been told, it's the first time having a father-son on a Grey Cup. So hopefully we'll get a third kid on there, and we'll really set the stakes high.
thank you so much again. Thank you.
No problem. Thanks for having me, and thanks for having me do this.
Oh,